Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Lincoln Kenobi. And before we get started, guys, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel. Would appreciate that very, very much. All right, let's get into this. So, I said it. I said it. I said it yesterday when I talked about Sinclair being folding on to bringing back ABC, Jimmy Kimmel back on the networks, and now Nexstar did the same thing. And I said it. I said it on my video. So it's so funny, man. But I will say like this. I'm trying to make it a short video. In the long run, dude, I'm gonna guess that Nexstar and Sinclair decided to bring it back on network so then ABC can see, maybe see it that, you know what, man? His show's not doing great, man. Maybe we should have goddamn pulled the plug. But we did it because the somewhat audience was threatening us and everything, and we were so scared that we couldn't get out of it. So of course we'll bring it back. So maybe they'll learn something, because look, on the long run, dude, networks like this is not gonna last, bro. These shows are not gonna last. Because each time that Jimmy Kimmel tries to throw down politics after politics after politics into these actors, bro, it's going to ruin it. It's going to put it into ruin. And, and it's happened many times, bro, with this guy. And it's just so stupid, bro. So let's take a look a little bit on what they did. So, of course, Sinclair, they were trying to get Jimmy Kimmel to apologize and to do a donation for the Turning Point. Of course, Disney and ABC declined to do that, but Sinclair decided to do it anyways, to bring it back on the air anyways. And then yesterday it was announced that Nexstar, they did the same thing. So yeah, it's just so funny what this is, man. So this is how it all started. We're going to go how it all started. What heated it up finally was because of Kimmel disrespecting Charlie Kirk, disrespecting Donald Trump, MAGA, the right, and of course Erica Kirk. Then of course Nexstar and Sinclair, they got fed up because Benny Johnson and FCC Brendan Carr discussed the news with Sinclair and Nexstar, and they decided to call ABC and tell them, hey, pull Jimmy off the air for a bit. And that's what they did. They pulled him off. We all thought he was fired after this and everything. But of course, you got the far left when they throw all their panics, making Jimmy Kimmel the victim, which was so stupid. Because all these other celebrities that I've talked about yesterday, like Gina Carano, Dave Chappelle, Roseanne Barr, those people were victims. And nothing happened to them. You guys didn't want to bring them back because they were not on their narrative. They were not on their narrative side of things. So they didn't care about those people. So then, of course, Sinclair and Nexstar, they folded, Now, for what this means for broadcasters, for affiliates, their attempt to assert independence ended in humiliation. Both Sinclair and Nexstar gave in setting it presented that Disney can override their concerns with little consequence. For Disney, the company reaffirmed its control over affiliate programming at a time when its influence in other ways is slipping. Even as its stock struggles and attendance at theme parks falters, Disney proved it still can flex muscle when it wants to. Now, for Kimmel, the late night host is more polarizing than ever, but he now has the backing of both his network and affiliates. Far from humbled, he's returned emboldened, attacking conservatives and President Trump with renewed vigor, which that's what he did again. After he sincerely thought it was an apology, which that doesn't feel like an apology, he then he went after Brendan Carr, he went after Trump, again, as always. And then he's going to keep doing it again and again and again. And of course, he will attack other celebrities, mocking them, instead of talking about their films or whatever, And as for the viewers, people who supported the blackout may feel betrayed. Affiliates promised accountability, but ultimately folded without achieving it. So, in the long run, Disney's going to lose it. Disney and ABC are going to realize that they made a mistake on trying to bring Jimmy Kimmel back. They'll realize it. And here it is right here just to show you. Here it is right here just to show it. Jimmy Kimmel ratings crater after brief comeback surge as mainstream media tries to pretend they're skyrocketing. No, they're not. They're not skyrocketing. I mean, you guys gotta understand, dude. Not a lot of these comedians now, they have been just putting more politics involved instead of trying to entertain people. That's why these comedians now are not funny as hell, man. They're not funny. They suck. I mean, I've shown you the ratings of what it had. Now I couldn't find the latest on September, but I will take it with a grain of salt of what I read here and what I found on Yahoo. So, on that day when he came back, it went up to 6.3 million viewers. Then the next night after, it went down to 2.4 million. What does that tell you? They didn't care. These people that they so-called love Jimmy Kimmel, that so-called love freedom of speech and everything, and no matter what happens, they didn't care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about this show. Nobody cares about Jimmy. Then, of course, now it went up to, it's at 1.7 million right now. Viewers. 1.7 million viewers is a slap in the face, bro. Now, right now, this right here, as you can see here, this is a chart that was from 2025. That was before what happened to Jimmy Kimmel. February, this is where he was at, right there. And then at July, he went down all the way up to right now, where we're at. But like I said, dude, I mean, like I said, they really don't put this. They don't. Disney and ABC don't know what they're doing, bro. And it's so funny that that people like Mark Ruffalo, Pedro Pascal, Ben Stiller, Robert De Niro. It's like they try to throw all this. They try to push all these people, influence these people to help Jimmy Kimmel get back his show, and then look what happens. After that, they just leave, they walk away, and nothing. It's like I said, dude, it's so funny that they try to bring back a show and it ain't doing much better. So I did put this in conversation with Jeremy yesterday when he was live, and he said it to me like this, and I agree with him that in the long run, ABC will not have this show up for long. So let them have their victory. Let them have their little victory. But sooner or later, ABC and Disney will have to make that choice to get rid of Jimmy. And I don't think Nexstar and Sinclair will not be involved this time, because I believe Nexstar and Sinclair just said, you know what? Let's do this. We'll play along. Let them have their win. Let's let Disney and ABC take charge of this. And we won't get involved. So I believe that's what they did. So that's going to be it for this video. But like I said, dude, I mean, sooner or later, man, that show's going to fall and it's going to crumble. And we're all going to laugh in the end. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So please, if you did, share this video. Post a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. And as always, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for being part of the channel. And I hope to see you guys until next time. Bye, everyone.